Morning, everyone. It's 8 o'clock, 8:05 on February 24th, and this is your pre-opening comment. It's video number 1164. And unless you live under a rock, you know that Putin the thug has invaded Ukraine. And so I'm not going to go too much into stocks and details. Everything is sharply lower. Asia and Europe were sharply lower. Dow futures are down about 800. S&P down 105. Nasdaq also down about 400 or so. 430 actually. Another Fed speaker daily. More urgent Fed action is needed on interest rates. Although none of this is going to make much of an impact today with the invasion. In the Ukraine, there have been currency limits placed on the public. So that's fairly typical. As far as our commodities, the chart on the screen, you see the entire rundown that I use, and basically we have everything except soybeans in the grains are limit up. Limit up corn at up 35 cents a bushel, limit up wheat, limit up red wheat, was limit up spring wheat, oats were limit up. They're only 3/4 of a cent below limit up. Oil, as you can imagine, very strong, up $7.50. It has traded above 100.54, and we're currently 99.46. Gasoline, oil, heating oil, nat gas up 23 cents, gold up $54, silver up 82 cents. These are huge moves. I'm surprised that the copper is up, but as in general, any war tends to be highly inflationary because you can only use a bullet or a mortar once. So everything seems to be disposable. The Bitcoin back to 35,000 was below 35,000 by almost $1,000 this morning. Give you a look at that one just because it's here. As you can see, we're approaching the lows. This was 32,000 and change, 32,855. So far today, we're 34,300. But a close down here would be slightly below this late January close of 35,555. Same is going on with Ethereum, and the same is what you would expect in the bonds. Bonds are strong in the flight to safety. The 30-year is up 2 full points. The 10-year notes are up almost a point, and the 5-year notes are up about 2/3 of a point. The 10-year has come down. It was, last I saw, it was trading around 186. It was trading as high, I believe, as 197 yesterday. So, there's not really a lot to say here. I am, in general, not a seller. I'm not averaging down here, but I'm not a seller. I don't panic sell even options on back-to-back huge down days. Remember, yesterday we were down almost 500, and today we're down 800. So I'm not going to rush in. The only area that is of any consequence to the upside, obviously, is precious metals and energy. I don't know whether I'm going to check. Yeah, Defense stocks are up, as one would expect. Lockheed Martin up $10 at 3.99. General Dynamics up almost $3 at 2.19. Uh, Northrop Grumman up $15, a little over 400, and Raytheon is 94 and change, up 2.5. So there you have it. I'm not waiting until 8:30 for the uh, jobs claims or new home sales or even the second look at Q4 GDP, because in a market like this that is so heavily governed by uh, the war, as we'll, I'm sure, start to call it, um, none of this stuff really makes a big difference. I also want to mention that as far as energies, LNG, which is Cheniere Energy, they are a huge shipper of nat gas. The stock is 128 up 9 or 8%. And our little Tellurian, which is being built by the same guy who built Cheniere, is 313 up 33 or 12%. And one minor item, or two minor items. First of all, Joe Terranova, who is a trader and manager, fund manager, has a couple of ETFs, made a very interesting comment this morning. And what he said was that this is like your parents' and grandparents' stock market, which is a pretty amazing thing to say from somebody who is really young, substantially young, younger than me for sure. Um, but it just goes to show you that, when all is said and done, nothing is ever different. It's never different. And what we're seeing here is just textbook. And by the way, that schmuck Kramer yesterday ranting about how AMD was a buy. I love it. Just buy it at 118, down here at 102. I'd like to hear what he has to say about it. I'm going to guess nothing. All right, folks, I'll be back later on. Uh, it's going to be a tough day.